welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because I am doing a red velvet inspired makeup look. I just saw the music video for Bad Boy and I was so obsessed with it. I knew I wanted to recreate a makeup look. This makeup look is inspired by Wendy. I think her makeup is the most dramatic and most fun to recreate. There's a lot more color and it's a little bit smokier than the rest of the other girls' makeup in my opinion. I love all the girls, but my bias is actually Joy. Let me know in the comments down below who your bias is. And if you want to see me recreate this makeup look, then just keep on watching. To start off, I'm using Too Faced's Hangover Primer. This is one of the few primers that I actually do like because it's very lightweight, it's very hydrating, and it gives off a really beautiful glow. Now I'm taking Hourglass's highlighting stick in the color Champagne Flush and just applying that to the high points of my face. This step is totally optional. I just wanted to give my skin an extra bit of glow underneath my foundation. And speaking of foundation, I'm going to go in with my current favorite, which is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. Just going to dab it all over my face with my fingers and then apply it with the Beauty Blender. By the way, I don't think I mentioned yet, but the contacts I'm wearing here are from Pink Icon. They are the O lens in the color Stone Berry. Wendy's contacts in the comeback photos are actually a lighter blue. These are the closest ones that I had on hand. To cover up my stubborn acne spots, I'm going to use my Kevyn Aucoin concealer. If you want to see my full foundation routine for covering my acne breakouts, I will leave a link to the video in the description box and in the corner of this video. Moving on to brows, I'm using my trusty Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. Wendy's brows are pretty straight. At the very end, they go downward. I usually do my eyebrows pretty straight already, so there isn't that much of a difference for me. I'm just going to draw my arch a little bit closer towards the center. After priming the lids, we can finally move on to eyeshadow, which is the fun part. I'm using the Narcissist Wanted palette, and I'm going to take the pink shimmery color called Fallen Star and just apply that all over my lids as the base color. In some photos, it looks like Wendy has a small crease. In other photos, the crease completely disappears. I have monolids, so I'm going to do a slight variation of that. And even if you don't have monolids, you can still use the same colors on your own eye shape. Next, I'm going to grab the color Shadow Hill, which is a light brown color, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. defining eye brush to apply that to my lids. I'm applying this really close to the lash line, starting from the outer corner and then working my way into the inner corner. Wendy's eyeshadow looks like there's a bit of red in the outer corners. It could be a dark or burnt orange. It could be a really hot pink. I'm gonna go with the reddish color in this palette, which is called Temptress, and apply that just in the outer corners of my eyes. I'm using the e.l.f. defining brush again and starting close to the lash line, then slowly working my way up, making sure that it's very evenly blended. Sometimes between eyeshadow colors, I'll grab my base shadow brush again. This is the same brush that I used to apply the base color and use that to just help me blend out the eyeshadows. Now I'm going to take the color Coconut Grove on a smudger brush. This is just a dark brown color. I'm going to apply it to the outer corner of my eyelids first and then work my way in. I'm going to concentrate most of it on the outer corner and bring it upwards, but towards the inner corner, it's going to be closer to the lash line. After that, I'm grabbing a black eyeshadow color and applying that right over the brown, but closer to the lash line. This is an extra step, but there is a reason why I do brown and then black. And the reason is it helps to create a really nice gradient over the eyes. It just adds a little bit of an extra touch to the smokiness of the eye. If I were to just do brown eyeshadow, it would definitely be a bit more sultry, but the black makes it a bit more dramatic. So it really just depends on what you're looking for and what you want to do. The only thing is I wouldn't recommend just doing black because black is a very difficult color to blend. Okay, now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to use the color Shadow Hill again, which was the lighter brown color, and just apply that on the outer corners of the lower lash line. For the inner corner, I'm going to apply Fallen Star, which is the pink shimmery shade we used as our base for the top lid. I usually draw my liner pretty thick, but Wendy's is on the thinner side and very close to her lash line, so that's what we're going to do today. I think this type of smoky eye with a really thin line helps to enhance the lash line and make it look fuller. It also looks like Wendy has some mascara on her lower lashes or some black eyeliner in specific points of her eyelashes. I'm actually just going to use some black eyeshadow in the outer corner to enhance that. For lashes, I'm using the Ardell Demi Wispies. I'm just curling my lashes here and then cleaning up any white residue or leftover glue with some black eyeliner. But I'm going to apply mascara to these lashes. Wendy's lash line is very thick and very dark, but it's also very concentrated. So if you focus the mascara on the base of your lashes, you're going to achieve that same effect. I'm also going to tightline a little bit so that it thickens the lash line even further. Using IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, I'm going to clean up the under eye area and also use a flat brush to shape and clean up the bottom eyeshadow. On Wendy, the inner corner actually has very little eyeshadow, and then on the outer corner, it actually fans out a bit. So that's how I'm shaping it with the concealer and the flat brush. Then I'm just taking my beauty blender to blend the concealer out with the rest of my foundation, with the rest of my face, making sure it looks very seamless. Wendy's nose looks very contoured in a good way, so I'm going to use my Burberry contour stick to shape my nose and make it a little bit more narrow. To enhance the contour even further, I'm going to apply a powder contour. Here I'm using Tarte's Park Avenue Princess to do that, and I'm also going to apply that to my cheekbone area, my forehead, and my chin. For blush, I'm going into my Ofra blush palette, and I'm actually going to mix two colors, pink satin and rose, to give me the same light pink flush that Wendy has. For highlighter, I'm going to use my Jouer cream highlighter in the color Seashell. Using a cream highlighter will give me a dewy finish over a powder highlighter. I'm going to apply this in the cheek area and also down my nose bridge, also on my Cupid's bow. I applied a little bit too much on my Cupid's bow, but don't worry, I'll blend it out later. Finally, moving on to the last step, the lip color. Here I am using Makeup Face's C-Cup Lip Tox Tick in the color Marilyn, and this is a very similar like light fuchsia pink color that Wendy has on. Towards the very end, the lip color was a little bit too bright, so I actually used my beauty blender and what was left of the foundation to dab over it to lighten it up a bit. I also use a flat brush and some concealer to clean up the edges. And here is the final makeup look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me recreate this makeup look. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. If there's any other K-pop idols you want to see me recreate their makeup looks, then let me know in the comments down below too, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!